I guess I'm back. I'm not really too sure. Anyway, I didn't really have anything planned for Friday, so it's probably going to be a talk or a chat or, announcements. And yeah, we're not doing anything Friday. So if you wanted to skip Friday on this channel, that's fine with me. I really could care less. Anyway, announcements. I do have a couple things that have changed on the channel because YouTube doesn't want me doing them anymore. And tell me one thing, shame on you. Tell me twice, shame on me. But, yeah, I think I've crossed the line at this point of what's acceptable on my channel, so why not just do more of the same? I do talk about a lot of taboo subjects and trigger warnings. Um, I talk about suicide a lot because I myself am a survivor of suicide. Um, I talk about overdosing and I talk about other things, and YouTube doesn't like those subjects. So on Saturday and Sunday, on God's Day, we're gonna be talking about those. Um, in the worst content possible. So we're gonna be doing that. We're gonna do some meditation because when YouTube has to watch your channel, it's mostly meditation. They'll be like, "Oh, that's nice," and yeah, I moved all tarot readings of any kind to Monday. So if you're in it for Monday, then that's where it's gonna be. But if you're in the weekly readings, I'm doing something for a different channel altogether. A different media outlet, if you will. And that will have probably the artist readings, the weekly readings, and stuff like that. This is gonna be like, you know, magnitude of one for the week, and then on the weekends it's gonna be all triggered, so y'all get scared and you can go back to work after that. Um, but yeah, YouTube just royally, stuck a rake up my ass, so I had to do something, just to piss them off enough where they're like, oh, it's just a mediocre channel, but we'll cancel all the other shit. But yeah, the love readings, the music readings, the artist readings, the what was it? The celebrity death day stuff is gonna be on a different thing altogether. And some of the chart readings, um, with the pop artist, I got a copyright strike. So my channel at best is gonna be kind of mediocre oatmeal style. So it's gonna be fantastic. But on the other outlet where we're not going to talk about because people copy me, and I don't like being copied because I feel like I need to, do some witchcraft, and I'm trying to be nice. Not trying to do the witchcraft even though I have enough herbs to take out an entire planet. Um I'm just going to keep it on volume 1 for now, as far as my aggression, because I'm working on my mental health, exciting stuff. Um, and I'm also doing some personal breathing yoga, trying to eat right, so I'm not in a bad mood, and bring my fan base down. Like the other, the other spiritual, quote unquote, readers like to make fun of my channel and what I do and who I am as a person, but I go through mental health issues. Everybody knows that. And I don't try to hide that fact. I have depression and I have PTSD. I try to be very open with that. So if I like go off the handle one day and call you all fucking idiots, mental health. Not anybody's an idiot. It's just the brain doesn't want to be under stress too long. But anyway, I have blown up at work before, and they're just like, ah, it's just Karen. So they get me at work. Everybody on YouTube gets triggered, and then everybody wants me canceled. So it is what it is. TikTok should be canceled, but we'll get to that in a minute. Also, I don't know what it is with people copying other people's content and posting it as their own, and I don't get like these reaction channels, like their entire channel's just reaction stuff, and it's like you have no talent at all. But anyway, they get the most views because other people see themselves in them, relatable. But anyway, that's how it goes. Anyway, so TikTok, and I'm going to say this in the most affectionate way possible, with great loathing and vice. I think 98% of that crap needs to be deleted and people need to be beaten with sticks. Because it's like you got up to get a coffee today, or like you put on clothes, or you're not even dancing anymore on TikTok. It's just like people, flexing on stupid shit. But anyway, that's from me, from Auntie. But yes, some white lady tried to take the fan base Chiefs away from me, and I'm like, she's not she's not the type of person that I even think knows what that means. But I told her in a nice way that I didn't appreciate that because it's my heritage, which is Native American and Hispanic. And she was up my ass about it. I'm like, I can take this to tribal council and we'll have a little powwow and a lawsuit, but and then she backed off. But anyway, if anybody comes from my brand or my content, oh, let me tell you something. I literally lost half of my channel last year. I will kick my foot off in an ass. I'm not against that. I had to fight to be here, and I'm gonna stay here. All right. But my content's gonna be like mediocre, and then if you want paid content, it's gonna be the good stuff. You know what I mean? Like a drug dealer. We're not gonna talk about drugs on YouTube, but after seeing Z Generations media, you gotta need something, Anyway, so I'm gonna be back. It's gonna be fun. I think I'm gonna look into Patreon. I'm not sure. I might look into Rumble. Rumble's the ultimate. You get like a bunch of people that look at your stuff like per hour on there. I have a couple things on there anyway, but that's how you sustain yourself. But yeah, there's a couple craft sites that I'm on too. But anyway, so I can't tell you about the craft sites. It gets a little, into my personal living standard. But anyway, so yes, I have been doing crafts in order to maintain. But it's good. It's good money. Some people overdo it. But yeah, these people that want to Jew you down to zero, I usually tell them you can't afford me at my finest, so you don't deserve this shit. But on my Etsy, most of that stuff, I got through the mail and just whatever. You can have that stuff, and I have Pokemon cards on there. So if you want Pokemon cards, there you go. So yeah, I'll be putting some other merch on there too, but hasn't been too inspiring, so I'm just kind of doing my own thing for right now. Anyway, I don't know. I don't have too many announcements, but yes, it's gonna be a change. This is gonna be like lukewarm to to a good old steam, and then back to cold water. But it's not gonna be what it was before, because, you know, YouTube gave me a warning about all my content. I'm kind of like, you know, if nobody likes the content, then I'll put it elsewhere. For people that like the content, they can pay for it, whatever. And people that like to steal my content can go elsewhere and pay for it too. But as far as YouTube, like, just being nitpicky about certain content, they need to either pay me or shut up. So that's how I see it. But yeah, there's too many people that use my content for their own shit. They need to get a life. Like, I'll admit, my channeled readings, I got inspiration and help from other people, which were very nice and considerate. But these other people that are up and comers in the spiritual reader world, they're cunts. They really are. They quitting their banker job or quitting their 9 to 5 to become, you know, readers. It's like nobody can just like become a reader and it be successful. It's like you need to have something, or you need to have some stolen merchandise or something. But yeah, there's a couple people on YouTube that have stolen either my ideas or my branding, and I don't like it. So that's kind of where I'm at. It grinds my gears. It's irritating. I'm sure a lot of other YouTubers have had that happen to them where like their brand was stolen so somebody else can become popular, and it just gets really awkward and like ridiculous after a while. You have to tell those people to, you know, either pay you for your content or shut the fuck up, you know. But anyway, I'm the same person. I will use the F word a couple times. And like, you know, Duchess, you know, I'm myself. So, you know, that's how it goes. But yeah, there's posers amongst the spiritual channels now. So if nothing resonates for you on certain channels, there's a reason, and you know, I'll go over that reason later. I do have a lot of Fridays that we can chat about this if you want. But there's like the pick a card readings. A lot of those aren't going to resonate for people. A lot of the channeled readings aren't going to resonate for anybody. And a few of like these weird ones like they come up with for like lovers. The reason why the lover thing doesn't work is because your person has to be like ignited with your own energy in order for those to even make sense. And if it's wishful thinking, you need to be honestly authorized to like read for somebody personally. But yeah, most readers like they don't understand how readings work. But anyway, I do have my voodoo doll hags here. Hags usually is like the audience. It represents the audience. That's why I showed you that before. Um, I also have a couple other creatures. I have like my rabbit here, which was dusted. I dusted him. And then I have my lucky cat I got from somebody through the mail. They found me. I don't know how they found me. And then I have, of course, the frog stamp, my crystal stiletto, the wolf, and the polar bear. So, whatever you feel like you are in the situation as the audience, there's your, you know, pick and choose. I have all my sewing stuff here too, so, you know. But whoever you feel you are in my audience, this is the audience that I'm talking to half the time. So it's like these are visualizations of everybody in my audience. So you have the polar bear, you have the wolf, you have the frog, the rabbit, and you have the cat. I do need to clean off my desk because I do have bleachers under them. But yeah, I do crafts, so I have my craft desk. I have like a mile of crafts I need to clear off, sell, or you know, do some goodwill donating. But other than that, it's a work in progress. My grandmother left all her yarn, all her sewing things. Her sewing machines are here. Her buttons, her I don't know what half this stuff is. She used to be a dressmaker. She made wedding dresses, so half of this stuff here I can't use, and I don't know how to use, and I don't know what half of it's for. Um, the embroidery machine has a jammed lock on it, so I don't know how to unlock that. It's weird. Anyway, but for the most part, she does have clay that I've been using for things, and some other things. Um, I don't know. Hold on. Shaking movements. There. So, my clay stuff, I usually make these. Just ridiculous nonsense. Butterflies, packs, flowers in an arrangement or on cake. I figure it's a little different. It's fun, you know, free gifts, usually for certain items that people get off my channel, or, you know, if they give me something, I'll give them like a gift like that or something. But that's like usually free gifts on my Etsy, so. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, and if you like my, I think it's my full moon readings. There was a strike on one of my full moon readings, and it was like, it was offensive to people or something. And I didn't understand that one. I was like, did they like write a book on it? Like, I didn't understand what YouTube's rewrite was, but they were like, you need to take out this, that, and the other. And I reviewed all my full moon readings, and I was like, I didn't even say the F word in half of these. So it's like, the one that was marked was probably like the most mediocre one. It was I think it was Libra Pink Moon, and it was like my first year doing it. So it was like a lot of cards on the table. It was like 8 cards. And it was marked like, oh, this is offensive. And I was like, what the hell is this? And I was reading it, and I was just like, there's no bad words in this. And I have a transcript of my script in there, so I'm like, no, none of this is offensive. So anyway, I've been reading cards since I was 12. I've been reading sky constellations since I was 10. Me and my grandfather used to do that, so it was a lot of fun for me. His favorite constellation was the Goose and Ursa Major, which is the big bear in the sky. So there's that one. He also liked a lot of like Lyra, which is the angel of music, I think. And I think it was like the Chariot. He liked the Chariot. But he would always warn us about the Chariot, that we shouldn't be outside of the chariots in the sky. So, usually represents Hades, or like a point of, quote, deliverance or something. And it was like a weird explanation he gave, but it was a lot of fun. But yeah, with tarot cards, my father used to read a lot of tarot cards. He had like marble dragons and like deities and stuff all in his room, and the walls in his room were like this weird black color. He was like big into worshiping like the Sabbath and shit. And when he moved out, like the stench of like Hot Topic was in his room, and it's like, oh, this is so gay. But yeah, he was something else. Me and my dad do not get along at all. Yeah, there's there's a complex lifestyle there. I do a lot of things that my dad does, but me and my dad don't get along. I tarot read, I do spells, I do medicine treatments, I do all that, but me and my dad don't get along. And he also took my alligators with him down to Florida when him and my mom divorced. So my alligators have been down there as domesticated animals. They're registered and everything, so it's like exotic keep or whatever. So they just had to go through the zoo to get checked or whatever. So yeah, I did save a lot of animals when I was younger, and I did feed a tiger when I was like 12. I was big into like really exotic animals, and I wasn't scared of like going in the cage with one of them. So like my mom was like, "Why the hell are you in a tiger cage? How'd you get in there?" I was like, "I'm gonna feed it." Like my mom's like, "What?" But yeah, I fed a tiger, so it's cool. That almost was eaten by one, but it's for another story. But anyway, that was a lot of fun. And I do like elephants. I like any type of thing that seems to be like out of the ordinary of domesticated animals. But I always want to like save animals. It's kind of in my blood since I was little. So saving my cats from starvation and dehydration was a big thing. I even save those little copperheads that get caught on the street at night when they're like dehydrated, and I put them near water or water feature and just give them like a puddle of water so they can at least drink a little bit. But yeah, I'm that type of person. I don't want to see an animal die for the wrong reasons. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my chart readings. I think I'm just gonna trash that idea. I haven't found anything that interests me. The true crime stuff is probably gonna move to the Patreon account. I haven't posted anything on the Patreon account, so when I do, about, at least a good round number, like 30 or, 70 videos, then I'll link it down below, but as of right now, I'm not, I'm not really ready to do that. I'm still trying to get on a regular schedule with my eating habits. I haven't been eating well because I've been sick. But as far as everything's concerned, I'm trying. I'm trying to get a tripod too, but I keep losing it or it gets stolen or it's a problem. But it happens. I didn't realize my tripod was stolen until I got home. I'm gonna mention that probably in the first tarot reading I do, so we'll do that. But yeah, I can't seem to win with tripods. It's probably because it's not really a 3 number, it's like a 9. Usually I do better with 3s or 8s, so lucky numbers. And I was born on a Thursday, so if you want to look up my birthday, it's the 23rd of March in 1989. Born on a Thursday, never had problems being popular. Never had problems like with attention, so I'm not really like, oh, look at me. So yeah, I could care less if I get famous. I'm just like, whatever. Um, And I'm really good at like crowd, pleasing, where I'm kind of like, let's go over here and do this, or make something popular, let's go over here. But I've never been like the type of person that shies away from like telling people, oh yeah, this is the restaurant to eat at, or like recommendations. I can do recommendations, and I can talk to people, a lot of people. So it's not a real problem. The only thing I can't do right now is show my face, and that's because of my day job. I work in finance. So yeah, I don't want people making odd requests when I'm working at a bank. You know how that is. Um, but yes, if anybody else would like to do what I can't do, then fine. People seem to like when I can't do things because they seem to like make it into like a trending topic, or they do it themselves. So that's fine. Next, I'm gonna tell them that I'm Presbyterian and Catholic. But anyway, I was Catholic at one point. I decided to go away from the church because I have read the Bible a couple times and I'm like, I don't agree with everything here. Because there has to be a reality based substance to it as well as a celestial base to it. So some people don't get that, and when you argue with religious people, they get pissed off. So anyway, just remember if you're studying the Bible, it's it's celestial based, but it's put into motion in reality. So anything that happens above happens below, and that's why that's a quote. Um, Also for other reasons, but we'll get to that later. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. If you like this, leave a like. If you don't like it, I don't need to know it. If you would like to comment, please do. And I'll see you Saturday because I got something fun, something inspirational, I guess. In the worst way possible. Alright? Anyway, I'll see you later. Bye.